Hey everybody, Joe here. Gonna check out a puzzle today by Fenners. It is called Connectivity. The rules are normal Sudoku rules, that's 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Region sum lines are the 3 by 3 box borders divide a blue line into segments. Each segment along a line has the same sum. The segment sum can be different for different lines. So these three boxes will be the same total as that single digit and this single digit. Rin bands are digits on a pink line, form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits. These digits can appear in any order. German whispers are adjacent digits on a green line must have a difference of at least 5. And arrows are digits along an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. And that is all of the rules. So one point here is that those are the same digit because this one equals the same sum as that one, and they also, since they have 3 digits, minimum will be 1, 2, 3, so they are 6 or higher. Check out these Ren bands. What is that? That is every single digit. That is 9 digits. So these 5, or well, maybe these 4 are gonna be there. And these 2 digits are also the same, but they could be red. I don't know if I like those being red now. Although these aren't gonna really help me any better. But this digit will go on this part of that rin band because they will be blocking those, as you can see. Let's see, where do I start? I would like to... I mean, it's also a point that those 5 are those 5. What about the green? These have to have 2 lows on them. Right. So these have to be low. Those 2 digits are low. They cannot be a 5. Because a 5 cannot be on a green line because it would need a neighbor of 0 or 10. This one cannot be 6 as well, seeing it's in the middle, because a 1 would have to be on both sides of it, because they would differ by 5. So it is 7, 8, or 9. But that can be all the way up to a 6. But it could be low as well. However, what else is there? There there is the fact that a 5 will never be on a green, but there's not really that many greens. So these, okay. This can be a max of 35. Which means these have to be at least 5. So this has to be at least 5. Because if this is 5, then obviously we have 10 here. And then those are 35. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 35. So these are going to have to be at least 5. And then the other blue segments would be, if it was a 5, then it would be 1, 4, and a 2, 3. But and that would put 1, 4, 2, 3 there. If those are 5. So these are not 5. Because if these were 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 would all be piled on here. And these would be 5, 6, making 11. If they were 6, it's probably going to be the same thing. It would be, well, there would be a 3. Well, let's just see. It would be 1, 5, and 2, 4. So it could be 3, 6 though, with a 9. If this was 1, 5, 2, 4, that could still be 3, 6, 9. So that would be okay. Um, so what for digits? These 4 are there. Am I supposed to be getting something from the geometry, or am I doing like a high-low type puzzle? These are the same. Oh, right. Okay, I'm going back to this. Because since these are the same, I know that they have to be here as well. Because they can't be on the blue line. So it's like that. Then red will be there. Then red will be there. And They can be on the arrow though. Unless it's 9, of course. But if this is 7, that has to be 1, 2. I mean, that's possible. 4 would be here. Oh, but so these can't be 6 now. Because the middle one can't. What else does that mean? It means that red... It means that red is on these. It works its way down to here. And then it's going to be on one of those. So, now... Red cannot be 9. Red could be 8. But it also means that this cannot be 6 or 7. As 7 or 8 are gonna be there. Now it also takes 4 off of there, but 4 could be in the middle still. That could be 1, 2. Alright. So we got red there. And one of those. What else does that do? So there's gonna be a 7 or 8 there. And this also means that this 8, 9 needs to be up here somewhere. The 8 or 9, rather, is what I'm trying to say. So it goes in one of those 3. And it's not going... Ooh, actually, if this was 8, I guess it could be on an arrow. But it did take out this and that. But if that is 8, that would be 7, and this could be 9. This could be 8, 1. 1 would be down here, which I don't think would be a problem. I was saying if that is 8, If this is 8 though, yeah, I could do 6253. Oh no, I couldn't. Because if this was 8, a 7 would be here. And it would have to be with a 1. So the 8 could not be there. And if it's a 9, it cannot be there anyway. So these two are indeed that one. And they are not red. So that is a different digit. And if this is 8, then this one is 7, but it cannot be... Oh wait, that's okay, that's okay. That could be 6-2 or 5-3. Okay. So this can be 1, 2, 4. It can be 1, 2, 5. Or 1, 3, 4. So there's 4 or 5 only. These two cannot be green. But one could be red for sure. Or one could be a new number. Eight, 9 can be... so this also is going to be kind of in a... So if this is an 8, right here, it's going to end up using all 3 of its possibilities on these arrows here. Or well, region sums here and arrow here. So, as in, since these since these two tails are going to be on this pink ring band in the center, then, you know, it could be 6, 2, 5, 3, and then this one would have to be 7, 1, or whatever. However, if green, well, 7, 1 would be down here if that was 8, but you get the gist. If it's 9 though, 9 has 4 possibilities to make. Could be 8, 1, 5, 4, 7, 2, 6, 3. 9 is not on a pink here. 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 9 is on none of these pinks. For what that is worth. Is that worth anything at the moment? I can't forget these are high lows. And they're seeing 2 already. This will be a high and a low. This will be a high and a low. High, low, high, high low. Can't forget about 5. This will be a high and low. Um. Whatever these are, though, these 3, they're all different digits. They are all different digits. I could color these 2. No, I don't want to do that. What else can be mapped here that will give me one of these are not going to be able to be red. And red will have to be on. Ah. Okay. These are gonna make a 7, 8, 9, aren't they? Because red is going to be on one of these, and it's gonna end up blocking it. It could be this side, or it could be this side. And then the other side, red is gonna have to be on the arrow. It's gonna have to make a number larger than it, and it can't make green. Right? So one of these, one of them could be red though. But neither one of them can be green. And since it's going to make a number larger than it, it will be like a triple in a way. So one of these can still be red, but the other one will not be. Or they could both be the other color. But it won't be 7. Well, one of them could have been 7. But the new color... Oh, right. One of them can be 7. But one of these we're going to call blue. Right? One of these will be blue. Because red cannot be in both of them because of how this is laid out. So one of them will be a new one. And the new one will be 8, 9. And that's going to make an 8, 9 pair with green. So red is 7. And now on the German, 7 needs to be next to a 1, 2. Well, plus this has to be 4 now because it's 7. So So 7 can either be on both arrows, or it could be in one of the circles. I think both are fine. Now this 3, 5 is the lowest numbers it has. So there is a 3 here. And this will be an 8 or 9. And this will have a 5 or 6 with it. And then one of these will be 5 or 6. And one of them will be 8 or 9. And then if this could still be 7. The other 8 or 9 could be somewhere over here. What else do I get there? There's red is down here somewhere. The 7 can be on this rim band. It could even be with 8, but it could not be with 9. 7 is going to be on one of these with a 1 or a 2. If I found out where the other if this is the new color, well, the new color could even be on the one of these that red is not. Alternatively, if both these are the new color, then it goes here, and it would probably be in one of those. Probably. But if it was 8 though, and that was 9, it could even be on the arrow. And it could be down here. That would make sense. But also, if these are it's putting a bit of restriction on these. Maybe. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, kinda. Well, this can't be red. Can it be green? Green is down here. Let's just mark that. Green is along here. Green cannot be, even if it's 8. Green has to be there. Again, even if it's 8, green has to be there. So now we know this is the new color. Now this one cannot be the new color, so it must be red. So that is our red one. And then this cannot be red, or else it would block there. So red is not here now. Red is 7. It will be with a 1 or 2. I just take that out. It's obvious enough. This is not red. It will be the new color, blue. Blue could go here though, if it is 8. This will have 7, and it'll be with 1 or 2 as well. This is 8 or 9. This is 8 or 9. 8 or 9 is making a combo there. This will be 6-1 or 5-2. Whichever one is not there. But 1-2 is more or less spoken for in this row, because this cannot be 4-3. So 1-2, so the 3 is here or here, and then 5, 6, yeah. But 5, 6, yeah, so one of these will have 5 or 6, and then one of these will have the other 5 or 6 with the 1 or 2. If this has 3, that would be fine. If it had 6, would it still be fine? It could have 5-4 on it, yeah. If it had 5, oh, a little bit of restriction there. So if this was a 6, it'd have to be with 5-4. If it was a 5, then it would still have to be 6-5-4. If it was a 3, it could be 4-5, but it could be 1-2-3. So nothing is really like for sure on this pink line, except for it can't be 8 or 9. Wow. This cannot be 8 or 9, so blue is in one of those. Okay. Same there. Blue cannot be there either. Could be there though. Could also be there. Okay, red. Are these, are these little Germans gonna be a bunch of, 6 and 1? Six, 5, 4. We almost have a digit needing to be on there. It could still be 1, 2, 3 though. That's not gonna be a 4 there, is it? Hmm. 7, 8, 9. Actually, look. This is a 1, 6. mean, this one's almost doing the same thing, but... Well, this can't be a 1-6. So... it has to have one of the colors on it. And that color has to be blue. So it will be an 8-9, and this will be a 2-3-4. And then and this just told us what green was, because now 2 has to be there, which makes green 9. And it makes blue 8. No, that is not 4, and that is not 2. Because the 2 is with the 7 toward the right. And that is 5 away. It is obeying the German rule, and this will be 7-1. Which makes this the 2, and that the 1. And now this will have to have a 5-2, and this will have to have the 6 with the 3, and the 2 is on the last 2 columns of these boxes here, which puts the 2 on the German, and it cannot be paired with 6, so it will be paired with blue. And now blue cannot go in there or there, so blue is in here. Blue could go there though. Or blue can also be... oh, wait a minute. I just said that blue is in there, so blue has to be in one of those. Which is fine. Well, okay, this is not 8-1. It can be 6-3 and 5-4 still though. And then this one will again have to be a different one. I have to remember that. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5. 5 does have to be on here. Since we have 8 there, if it was 7, 6, 5, we also have a 2, so 3, 4, 5. Either way, 5 has to be. 5 is on the 2 right-hand columns like the 2s were, so 5 goes down here. It could be here by itself. And if it's here, it can still be there. Although, could it? Because that would mean... that would mean that the 4 would need to go with it. I'm gonna just let that one sit for a minute. I might come back to that, but I'm also seeing we have a few combos here, and we basically only have a 4 and 5 only are right there. So if 5 went down here though, 5 can't go down here because it would have to have the 4. Which, that means 4 can't go down here either, because it would have to have the 5. And it wasn't 8-1, so this has to be 3-6. And now this one has to be a different one, but it can't be 5-4 because only one can go there, so only one could go on this line because they, you know, this digit cannot go inside this red box. So this digit has to be in one of those cells, because if it went on the arrow, it would need the other one, which is going to be down here. Oh, wait a second. I'm getting confused on that, actually. All 5 of these will be around here, so that would be okay. That would be okay if that was 5-4. Almost goofed there. Because all 5 of these will be around here, so 5-4 can definitely go there. But it could still be 8-1 as well. Which blue also needs to be in one of these, which is true. But 3, 6, 2, 7 are going to be in there. And then those will all be 1, 8, 4, 5. 1, 8, 4, 5. Alrighty. Okay, so 7. Okay, 7, 8, 9. None of them can go there. So these digits are in between 2 to 5. So 3 and 4 have to go on there. And it'll be with a 5 or a 2. Okay. 5 or 2. Oh, I see nothing yet on that. This was... Yeah, that could be 5. Red does go over here somewhere. Do I have any more mappings on green, perhaps? Maybe. Well, no. Goes in either one of those. This number can be what? 1? Cannot be 4. That's 1 or 6, isn't it? So we do get another 1, 6. Oh, and this side cannot be 6. So that is 1. That is 6. 6 is now in the top. It doesn't mean that it has to go with the 3. Oh. Oh, it doesn't go with the 3, does it? So 6 is right there. And right there only. That is 3, 5, making the 8. The 2 5s over there. It puts the 5 down here as well. Puts the 3 over here. Oh no. I goofed that markup. Oh my, oh my. Alright, this cannot be 6, 7, 8, or 9. And it cannot be 4. So this is a 1. But this number cannot be 6, so it is 8. It is blue. I did not see that 6 down there when I marked that. That was almost a disaster. That does put 8, 1 on this arrow. And now we have 1 in these first 2 columns, putting 1 at the top of this column. This is still a 3, 5 that I forgot to do over. The 3 is still down here. I have a 2. A 2 must go at the top here, which means it can't go with the 6, so that is 3, and that has to be 4, and then this will be 5, that will be 6. Now this one is sorted. 3, 4. Three, 7 is making a combo there. I'll do that center box a bit. These are not red. This goes with a 5 or a 2. 2 is over here. We probably have some Sudoku. 8. 8's not going at the bottom, so 8 goes there. One, 2, 3. We have a 5. A 5 must go there then. So now we do need a 4, and we do need a 3. We do not need a 2. And 3 can't go there. So that is sorted, and this is 7. That side got done. So this 5, 4 is sorted too. Now we have a 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Still no more known on that one. The top here will be a 4 or 5, but it must be a 4 because of 3, 5 pair over to the left by that 8 arrow. So that all gets done. We have 1984 in all of this. So this will be 48, and this will be 19. So I'm just gonna do these colors a bit. Green will be there, and I can probably stop the colors, but this will be a 9 and a 6, I believe. I think it can be either. Six, 9, and a... What is over here? An 8. Blue. Three and a 6, 9. Okay. 1 is down here. If 1 is if 1 is on the line, it must have a 2 and a 3 with it. And it cannot have a 2 with it because of this one and that one. So since 1 is blocked there, it must go there. And now it can't be on this line either because the 2 is right there. So 1 sorts the part out. This is green. This is not. 9 is now in one of those. This is not blue. This one is. Why not? Why not? Okay, 1-7 is sorted down here. That one is red. This one is not. And we have a 5 and a 6 here. We have a 2 and a 9. 2, 3, 4. So this gets, it can't have a 2. So it is 3, 4, 5, 6. So it must have a 4 and a 5. The 4 must go there. The 5 can go either place. And then it will have a 3 or a 6. If it has a 6, it will go there, with a 5 there. And this would also be 3 or 6 only. 3, 5 is making a combo there. So that is a 6. That is a 5 now. This is a 9. 6. This is a 9 and a 2. 2 now goes here. Do we still 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7? That can still be. What a stubborn Rinban. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9. And this one has to be 9. So this will be with a 6. And that 8 did this bottom rest of the Rinban there. That is blue, that is not. Oh, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Alright, is that all the 8s? I think so. Is all the 9s? I think so. Alright, happy now. 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 5, 3, 5. This was 6, that is 5. This is 3, that is 5. Seems okay either way around. Did I miss any of my German whispers? I think those are all done. So it's this here. What is this here showing? Maybe this? 3, 5, 7. Any of them. What about one of these will probably have a cross type deal like this, maybe, where I can whittle down some numbers. 1, 2. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3, 6 only. Okay, there's our pair. That is a 3, 6 only. Putting a 4 here. And this can still be. It can have a 7 now. So 7 is there. And that does that side. Let's finish red. I could just. Okay, there we go. I think that'll do it. And that's all. That's all I'll make. You watch me color. This will be 5, 6. And this will be. Is this still? That'll probably be 3, 6. So this is 3 only. So that does that. 3, 4, 5 is consecutive. And I think that is gonna do it. That was a nice puzzle. That had a. Oh, that had a neat, like, geometry type deal. Started up here in this corner with this, I think. And these two, and kind of like worked its way down with these little 2x2s down to this corner. I thought that was pretty cool. I've not seen that type of thing before. That was good. I liked it. That is Connectivity by Fenners. Check it out yourself in the link below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye.